Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho. In this video, we're going to be going over the review of the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy. This is the NX rare variant of the SR-25, and it's kind of like the ultimate, quote-unquote, final boss, or the ultimate variant of the SR-25 family. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the review. So, because it is an NX rare variant, you can only obtain this from a MYST N plus supply case. So, because of that, because of how many guns that thing holds, the chance of you getting a Mark 11 Navy is extremely rare. But if you do manage to get your hands on it, at least give it a try. If you're not the biggest fan of semi-automatic sniper rifles or fully automatic sniper rifles, then I do understand if you want to sell it back right away. But if you are an avid sniper fan and you want to just screw around for a bit, then the Mark 11 Navy is, just give it a try. Take it for a spin and see how well you do with it. So now let's jump into its stats. The SR-25 Mark 11 Navy stats goes as follows: damage is 76, portability is at 51, rate of fire is at 47. Excuse me, accuracy is at a 50 or a 98, and the recoil is at 58 or at 58. Sorry. So, comparing this to the SR-25 Mark 11, which was the NX standard variant, or the second NX standard variant of the SR-25, the damage has been increased by 1 point, which, I mean, and I know that towards the end of the last review on the SR-25 Mark 11, damage is one of the most important areas to buff, especially when it comes to sniper rifles. But a 1 point increase to damage on a gun that originally only had 75 damage to begin with is utter complete fucking garbage. It's like you don't need to care about it at all. Oh yeah, it's got one more point of damage. Whoop de fucking do. What the hell are you gonna do with that? So yeah, I mean, that 1 point increase in damage would have been much more substantial on weapons such as, submachine guns or assault rifles, maybe even machine guns for that matter. Because if a machine gun has deals at 49 damage, that 1 point of damage, or that 1 point increase in damage, can tip the machine gun over the edge from being a 3-shot kill to a 2-shot kill. That's really significant because that cuts down your time to kill ratio, or not ratio, but your time to kill stat on that gun really, a lot. The SR-25 Mark 11 Navy, in this case, or in this gun's case, there is no point. There is really no point in increasing the damage by like 1, 2, or maybe even 3 points. As I would like to see, or I would have been glad if Nexon gave the Mark 11 Navy at least a 5 point increase in damage, because that's significant. That's actually saying something. That's saying, okay, this gun is a lot stronger than the its other variants, But it's only a 1 point increase, so thus I say, fuck you. That's not what I'm looking for here. It's not the most important buff that there is out there. The portability, however, has been drastically increased from the other variants at 51. Now, let me check if the portability on the other one. No. Okay, so what I want to know is which gun had. Okay, the M110 SASS had a portability of 50. So that being said, the Mark 11 Navy has a portability of 51. This makes this gun one of the few sniper rifles that even have a 51 portability. I think only a couple other sniper rifles in the entire arsenal share the same portability. So, hey, the Mark 11 Navy is basically assault rifle grade portability. Just think of it as a heavier AK-47, and you're good to go. So, if you want to think of it as an advantage, then go around on ahead. Rate of fire has been increased by 1 point. Again, not too significant. The fact that it already got the Mark 11 got a 3 point increase already from the original SR-25 is big enough. So adding another point of rate of fire is not going to really do much. You're not going to feel much of a difference. Even though it does seem like it does fire faster than the Mark 11 by a long shot. But statistically speaking, it's not really that much faster though. And the accuracy and recoil have stayed the same, so voila. As for the non-statistical aspects of the Mark 11 Navy, the Mark 11 Navy had when Nexon released it, I guess they went back to their roots of, designing the SR-25 Sandfire and the M110 CSS, because the Mark 11 Navy has the exact same animations as the Sandfire and the M110. So basically, the SR-25, the original one, and the the Mark 11, the SR-25 Mark 11, have their own unique animations, I guess, for lack of a better term. The Mark 11 Navy, the M110, or not the M110, yeah, the M110, sorry. The M110 and the Sandfire all have the exact same animations, except the Mark 11 Navy does enjoy a reload increase, or a reload speed increase. You can definitely notice it whenever you reload your SR-25 Mark 11 Navy. Other than that, draw speed should be the same. It's the same animation anyway. Reload speed is a bit faster, like I've already covered that, and the reload speed the reload animation is also pretty much the same. Ammunition count. This is where the Mark 11 does have, or the Mark 11 Navy, sorry, does come with an inherent advantage. It starts with 10 rounds in magazine, and according to Commander's Wiki, it does start with 50 rounds in reserve. I want to say it starts with 50 rounds total, but I could be wrong. Even though I never really paid attention to the ammunition stock of the Mark 11 Navy. I just knew that it had a shit ton of bullets, so I didn't really care about it. I just never had to worry about running out of bullets. But that's one of the advantages of using the Mark 11 Navy. The fact that because it fires fast, Nexon gave it a whole lot of ammo, so you never have to worry about running out of ammo, at least not for a very, very long time. So I guess that's one of the upper hands that the Mark 11 Navy does have over it as the ultimate NX rare variant of the SR-25 family. Other than that, though, because the Mark 11 Navy, again, does come with its own integrated suppressor that's unique only to the SR-25 family, you can only modify the magazine modifications. But again, for the reasons that I stated in the SR-25 Mark 11 review, magazine modifications are kind of useless. So, there you go. Alright, we are back for the weapons testing for the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy, which is the NX rare variant of the SR-25 family. And as you guys can see, I still have the same test dummies from the SR-25 Mark 11 review. So, without further ado, let's get started on the hipfire accuracy. So here we go. So that's how the hipfire accuracy kind of looks like. And now if we were to switch over to medium range, so that's how the Hipfire Spread looks like. There you go. So now the scope, idle sway, and whatnot testing. Here we go. ADS time is basically the same as all of the SR-25 variants. If we to hold it like that and observe its idle sway. Again, the scope style has remained the same. And as you guys can see, the idle sway is, again, just the same as it is with all the other SR-25 variants. I feel like the Mark 11 Navy kind of drifts faster, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Just looking at it, just kind of, it seems like it drifts left to right a lot quicker. You guys can decide for yourselves, though. Alrighty, so we're going to be doing the damage testing for the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy. Again, we got the same test dummies from the SR-25 Mark 11 review. Okay, so first we got Synoptic. I don't have the damage rating off the top of my head for the Mark 11 Navy, so we'll see how much damage this does. Not a lot. Not a lot either. And not a lot at all. So it seems like the Mark 11 Navy does have roughly the same amount of damage as the other variants. Honestly, because of the integrated suppressor on the Mark 11 Navy, it feels like the M110 is actually stronger. In any case, let's go ahead and test back shots. Let's go ahead and try this on Synoptic. Doesn't kill in one shot. Okay, interesting. Schlong has a heavy vest, so obviously he survives. And then Diego, 14 HP. So for some reason, the SR-25 Mark 11 was able to one-shot the Synoptic, who's got the light vest to the back, whereas the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy couldn't. Very interesting. So that's something to take note of. In any case, that's it for the testing of the Mark 25 11 Navy. The one quirk that the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy does have is the fact that it's a freaking bullet hose. Just like how I described the Lee Enfield in the Lee Enfield review, the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy can legitimately be used as a motherfucking lead hose, just like the M6A3 DMR as well. now that I think about it, now that I remember what I said in the stats section, when I was going over stats, I remember talking about, oh, how it's only 1.8 faster. I derped up there. The SR-25 Mark 11 has a 40 rated fire, whereas the Mark 11 Navy has a 47 rated fire. That's a 7-point increase over the SR-25 Mark 11's already huge 15-point increase in rated fire over the original SR-25 anyway. So the fact that the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy has a 47 rated fire compared to the original SR-25's 25, holy shit, that is almost double. So basically, this gun, the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy, is M14 EBR stats. In fact, let's pull up the EBR. Let's pull up the M14 EBR's rated fire stat and see how fast it fires here. Let's see, M14 EBR. Okay, here we go. It has a rated fire of 50, so the Mark 11 Navy is only 3 points behind the M14 EBR's insane 50 rated fire. So just think about that for a second there. You have a gun that fires almost as fast as the infamous M14 EBR, and not only that, but you also start with more bullets. So, wow. Just like, wow. There's really no other way I can put it. It's meant to be used as a bullet hose. So the tactic of using this gun as a close quarters rifle and going out to people and hosing them down with no rewards is actually a semi-legitimate tactic. I mean, it's not going to be most effective, but you can't blame someone for using it that way because of how the stats stack up. So, I mean, hell, if you want to use it that way, then by all means. It's going to piss a lot of people off, but hey, I mean, do you care? Not, you shouldn't. Because it's just a gun, and people get killed by retarded ways all the time. So if they're gonna get mad over getting no scope to death at close range by a Mark 11 Navy, they have other things to worry about. So other than that, that's really the only quirk that you see. But it could be a strong quirk, it could be a very weak quirk, but I don't know. This is really up to you. Again, the Quickscoping Viability on the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy is basically nil because, like I said, spray and pray, baby. Spray and pray. Now, finally, moving on to my own personal opinions on the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy. The Mark 11 Navy does have more use than the SR-25 Mark 11. If you guys have seen my Mark 11 review, you'd know that you'd remember that I said that the Mark 11 didn't really have a specific niche, that the SR-25 and the Sandfire already did its job adequately well to begin with. However, the Mark 11 Navy, with its 7-point increase in rate of fire, that kind of opens up a few possibilities for you. You can use it, like I said, as a run-and gun, just hose people down, being a douchebag kind of move, or I don't know, you can use basically any way you want. It's just its various increases to its stats over the original SR-25 and the Mark 11 for that matter. It kind of allows for a limited, I know it's a limited, but still yet nonetheless a variety of playstyles with the Mark 11 Navy. I mean, you could either be a trigger happy, just spray everything and get kicked from elite moderated rooms kind of person, or you could just sit back and just spam people from a distance. You can do that. I mean, hell, I'm not stopping you. But yeah, that's it for that's my personal opinion as a Mark 11 Navy. It's a fun gun to use, but I'd honestly I prefer sticking with my M110. The M110 is by far my favorite SR-25 variant, and I mean these new guns are fun and all, but I really like the M110's SASS's 87 damage rating. I really like it. So it's kind of hard to give me one of these new SR-25 variants and say, hey, try this out. Maybe you'll like it. I'm just like, no thanks. I'll pass. So those are my personal opinions on Mark 11 Navy. Great gun, really interesting gun. I'd much rather prefer other guns. Sorry, my bad. So that's going to do it for the review on the SR-25 Mark 11 Navy. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And the next upcoming review is going to be on the S58. Oh yeah, the S58 musket, because the M110 SSS can be forged into the S58 musket. So thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you guys later.